disrespectful for Crawford to call you out at 68, say that he can beat you at this weight?
No, you know, everybody wants to fight with me, so it's fine.
That being a biggest fight possible in boxing, is that something you'd actually be interested in?
You know, it's crazy when you asking about that, because you say, your Machado is coming out of the other weight classes and that's it, and he's welterweight, so don't make sense. He's a great fighter, but for me, in my weight class, it's an easy fight. For me, easy money. So if the money is right, I'm in, because you know I don't like to fight guys like Crawford because he move a lot and the fight is no. But if the fight makes sense, why not?
A lot of people have him at #1 pound for pound. You think that's fair to you?
You know, it's a few people there who deserve to be the #1 pound for pound.
Canelo Alvarez, the reigning face of boxing, has responded to Terence Crawford's recent call-out with a fiery message that has fans buzzing. In a new video, Alvarez emphatically declared, "Send me the contract," signaling his openness to a potential showdown with Crawford. Crawford has been vocal about testing himself against the Mexican superstar. This potential clash with both fighters at the pinnacle of their careers has sparked intense speculation about what could be one of the most electrifying bouts in recent history.
Opinion, who's the best fighter in the world?
We can't put Tank up there in the top 10 in pound for pound. He has to be somewhere in pound for pound. And Canelo done something that is amazing when Canelo was able to go to light heavyweight and become light heavyweight champion. Something that I didn't even see him going up that heavy, and he did that. So, but as of right now, I have to put Terence Crawford as #1.
Has the Canelo fight, realistically left your mind once he said he's not interested, or you're still pursuing it?
Not at all. You know, I think business talk. You know, with the right business come across the table, yeah, happen. I just be talking, man. Canelo a big dude, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I believe in my abilities. He's a heavy dude, but he's not a big guy. Like, he's 5'8", I'm 5'8", you know what I mean? My arm's longer than his, so that fight.
Canelo Alvarez, hailing from Guadalajara, Mexico, is a 4-division world champion and the current undisputed super middleweight champion. Known for his exceptional power, defensive skills, and adaptability in the ring, Canelo has faced and defeated some of the biggest names in boxing, solidifying his status as one of the sport's best. Terence Crawford from Omaha, Nebraska.
Canelo is beating these guys with all 5 layers of defense. #1, feet. #2, elbows, hands, shoulders, and the mind. This is exactly how both of those guys got to the highest level of boxing supremacy. Canelo Alvarez means to the Mexican fans what Floyd Money Mayweather meant for black people. 50 wins in boxing, no losses, no draws. And follow for more.
I mean, you fought Floyd Mayweather at what? Were you 23?
23.
That's so fucking young.
Yeah.
What was that like?
I trained so hard, and now obviously I try to beat him, because if you beat him, you wanna be the best in the world at 23.
What do you think was so impressive about him?
His experience. He's so smart. He have everything in a fighter. A complete fighter. He don't have power in the punches, but when you that kind of fighter, you don't need it.
You think that was the toughest fight you faced?
No.
What do you think?
I think it's tough fights and difficult fights. That was
also a multi-division world champion, holding titles in the lightweight, light welterweight, welterweight, and super welterweight divisions. Renowned for his switch-hitting ability, ring IQ, and knockout power, Crawford became the undisputed welterweight champion after his victory over Errol Spence Jr. Following his recent victory,
Canelo, and he was like standing right in front of Canelo, and Canelo's just whiffing. It was a life lesson. And then you look at how good Canelo's head movement got after that fight when he realized it. I mean, my God, when he fought Danny Jacobs, and Canelo's just standing right in front of him, bobbing and weaving. That's all what he learned from fighting Floyd.
Listen, Canelo needs to understand he's a different fighter now. The deterioration is there. He's not the same guy. He's not that destroyer who's looking for knockouts early and keeps a pace and a pressure on you. He throws 30 punches around. You're not the same guy. So telling everyone you're going to knock them out and then going into, 6 decisions in a row now? Scores a knockdown every time. Power's still there. The problem is the pace and the ability to carry on and push. That's the real difference, and that comes with age. He's 34 going on 45 at this, as far as I'm concerned. He's got a ton of fights, been around for a long time, doesn't have that same desire, the same drive to take the chances against these younger, bigger guys, because he is fighting younger, bigger guys. So you got to keep that in mind as well.
I'll say he is the hardest, for sure. One of the fighters that hit very hard was Angulo. You know, he's a Cuban guy, and he punched very hard too. So I'll say both of them are like the same, but, you know, with Canelo, I was just mentally ready for his shots. You know, I already told myself, I know I'm gonna get hit. I know I'm gonna get hit on my chin, but it's, you know, I gotta bite down on my mouthpiece and push. You know, and look what happened in the third round. I got hit with a left hook. I dropped. We'd be practicing in camp the whole time, you know, keeping my right hand to my chin, and I wound up just moving, and he connected right on my chin. And you see how I punched my glove. You know, that's like a thing for me when I, you know, my last time when I got dropped, I was punching my gloves. Cause I'm like, damn, I got hit with a shot. I'm not supposed to be on the floor. But, you know, it comes to boxing. You know, the greats done got dropped, you know, got hurt. But it's about how you...
Crawford publicly called out Canelo, expressing his desire to move up to 168 lbs to challenge the Mexican superstar. In response, Canelo addressed the call-out in a video message stating, "If he really wants to fight, send me the contract." This statement signals Canelo's willingness to consider the bout, as long as the terms are agreeable. One of the key discussions surrounding this potential fight...
We have to talk about this. Terence Crawford just tweeted, "Canelo versus Crawford is definitely by far the biggest fight in boxing. This guy is not playing around." All right. Crawford, pound for pound, #1. Canelo, biggest star in boxing still at the moment. Anywhere. I'm not talking about just in the US, Mexico, the UK, everywhere. Canelo is now open. At first it was, hey, I can't go down to 160. I can't do a catch weight of 160. If he wants to fight me, it's gonna be at 168. Plus, I'm not gonna get any credit if I beat a Terence Crawford. It would be like Terence Crawford fighting Tank, moving 2 weight classes up, and I'm not gonna get credit for that. Terence Crawford is a special fighter. He is like a Floyd and a Manny that can move up to weight classes, carry his power, can beat up
significant weight difference. Canelo has been competing at 168 lbs, while Crawford's recent bouts have been at 147 and 154 lbs. Canelo has expressed concerns about the size disparity, emphasizing that weight classes exist for a reason and that moving up multiple divisions can be challenging. Demetrius Andrade, a former world champion and seasoned boxer, has shared his
fight. He's made it clear. Do fights like that help your legacy, or do you feel like that's something that's not worth it to you?
Everything in my career, every fight make my legacy different and better. No, Terence Crawford is a great fighter. He's a good fighter, but you know, like I say, he's a weight classes for a reason. I'm focused 100% on Berlanga, and you never know
what's on the potential clash between Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez. Andrade offers a nuanced perspective, emphasizing the importance of size and experience in higher weight classes. His assessment aligns with many expert analyses, recognizing Crawford's exceptional skills while underscoring the unique challenges he would face against a fighter of Canelo's caliber. David Benavidez has shared similar sentiments, praising Crawford's technique but expressing doubts about whether Crawford's power would carry.
It's a tough year, which at the end of the day, I'm a fighter. I believe who I am, with confidence and my skills and talent, and at the end of the day, I'm gonna do what I do. It was just tough. And did it play in the fight? It played in the whole circle, you know, like the communication level, like between me and my dad, just a whole lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? That usually is there, wasn't there because of the situation, which is, to me, fine, because I went through with it. I believe in myself, my talent, and whatever happens, happens. But I'm not gonna be shy or run away from something because like life is going on. But this is my life also, is boxing.
Yeah, what caused, you know, you mentioned your brother was in a coma on the 4th floor, your mom in a coma in the 5th floor. What happened?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I I feel like sometimes I'm letting a little bit out. It's more like an intimate settings where I can sit down, have an interview, and I feel like I can like tell somebody face to face. Over the phone, it's kind of like, you know, not the proper way I would like to deliver like my message, but yeah, it's just tough, man. It's just tough. It was just a tough time.
Yeah,
tough time, man. It was a tough time. And then I lost my mom. No.
Yeah, no, I could, you know, I could see it still affects you. You know, I know it comes in waves. All of a sudden, it just crashes on you, and you get like, you know, a flood of emotion going through. So, you know, my condolences to you on that, Demetrius. I'm sorry to hear about that.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, in terms of the performance, you know, a lot of people were wondering, like, hey, you know, like, well, what's going on here? This is not the Demetrius we're used to seeing in the ring. Others have pointed out, like, hey, that's just what happens when a Benavidez fights someone. It overwhelms them. But overall, now looking back at the fight, like, what'd you make of how it played out, in your opinion?
I mean, I went in there and just, like I said, like some of the usual way of training or some of the stuff that I'm used to hearing wasn't there because the corner was silent. It was like me and my dad had have like a relationship during that time. Andre Rosario, who was like sort of new to the situation, and then it just was a whole bunch of silence. It wasn't the normal.
Over to higher weight classes. Benavidez pointed out that Crawford would need to move up 2 more weight divisions to challenge Canelo, a move he views as a significant obstacle. Emphasizing the importance of respecting weight categories, Benavidez gave Canelo the advantage in a potential matchup, highlighting the challenges of stepping up to face a seasoned champion at a higher weight. Although Benavidez has long been a standout in the 168 lb division and is seen as a potential challenge for Canelo, a fight between them has yet to come to fruition. Canelo's power and experience at higher weight classes are undeniable assets. His ability to absorb punches and deliver devastating counterattacks makes him a formidable opponent. Additionally, Canelo's agility and ring movement further enhance his skill set, solidifying his reputation as a versatile and well-rounded fighter. Having recently moved up to 154 lbs, Crawford won the WBO interim super welterweight title, but he seemed to lack the same power he demonstrated at 147 lbs.
I'm the face of boxing.
Crawford wanted a payday, but Crawford didn't do good at 54. When I talk to people, they all tell me you would have knocked him out at 68.
Well, he knows now. He experimented 154, and he knows. Maybe he do in 168 for a big check.
My last thing, Canelo, you just donated.
However, moving up to super middleweight to face Canelo would represent a significant leap. The challenges of this transition include adjusting to the increased power and physicality of opponents in the higher weight division. While Crawford's technique and skill are exceptional, questions remain about whether his power and—
Look up the definition of boxing. Please, look up the definition of boxing. The martial arts of boxing, and then come back with your opinion. Because boxing is not all about knocking somebody out. Yes, that's part of it. That can happen, but boxing is a sport where you can outpoint somebody too. That's why they go to the scorecard.
I appreciate that take, bro. That's real educated, man, real thoughtful. But you know, you ain't had a decision win in a long time, bro. You know, you known for like being a great finisher. So I appreciate that. But that ain't how you moving though.
Right.
Your ability will effectively translate to super middleweight. Despite the challenges, Crawford's versatility and adaptability could be crucial in the fight. His proficiency in switching—
This for all the nut huggers, the bud nut huggers, the bud butt buddies. You see that? You see that? We see that. You understand me? You see what that say? Jamel Charlo what is the WBA junior middleweight champion in recess. Jamel Charlo is the WBC junior middleweight champion in recess. Nah, man. Virgil Ortiz Jr. is the WBC interim junior middleweight champion. Know what I mean? So make it make sense. People gotta make it make sense. Charlo's still a big dog there. Yeah, that's my camera behind me. Charlo's still a big dog there. So a lot of people need to get their facts straight. Understand? Opinions don't matter. It's all facts. No opinions. Sport podcast. And I'm always gonna bring you the real, never the fake, and I'm never late on the news. You hear me? Get at me, man. Dollar.
Dances and using both hands with equal effectiveness adds an element of unpredictability, making him difficult to counter. Additionally, Crawford's exceptional footwork and high ring IQ allow him to dictate the pace and control the distance, providing him with the tools to navigate the fight strategically. A fight between Canelo and Crawford would undoubtedly be a major financial event, drawing global attention. Both fighters have large fan bases, and their clash would likely generate significant pay-per-view revenue. Promoters and networks would need to negotiate terms that satisfy both parties, including purse splits, venue selection, and broadcasting rights. Terence Crawford has confidently asserted that a fight with him would be a lucrative opportunity.
He wanted to fight you.
Everybody
wants to fight you.
Yeah.
Now, I saw at the end of the Crawford fight, the how they call him, the Excellency, Turkey, his Excellency, the Sheik said that he would be willing to pay whatever you want to fight Crawford.
Fine.
Yeah.
If he's willing to pay whatever I want, hands down.
That'll work. Yeah, so if
yeah,
you're in. So if the numbers were right with Crawford, you'll do it.
Why not? Why not? I think Crawford, don't get me wrong, he's a great fighter. But for me, in my weight class, it's an easy fight. For me, easy money. So if the money is right, I'm in, because I don't like to fight guys like Crawford because he move a lot and the fight is not that great. I saw Crawford the last fight and he don't move that much now. So if the money is right.
For Canelo, he highlighted his growing popularity and success, particularly after becoming the undisputed welterweight champion, as key factors that would draw massive interest to the bout. Crawford emphasized that their potential clash would generate significant revenue through pay-per-view sales, sponsorships, and global attention, making it a financially advantageous opportunity for Canelo to take the fight. However, Canelo has previously expressed reservations about fighting Crawford, citing concerns over the weight disparity and the potential lack of recognition for defeating a smaller opponent. He has indicated that, while he is open to discussions, any potential fight must make sense from both a business and sporting perspective. I think Bud could beat Canelo. Like I've said before, size doesn't win fights, skills do. With his movement, sharp boxing, and being a southpaw, it would be tough for Canelo with that high guard to walk him down and land those big hooks. I think Bud beats Canelo. Crawford just won his debut at 154 and said if the money's right, he'll fight anyone. Everybody wants that fight. What do you think about the matchup? People are talking about the weight difference and all that. How do you feel? Everybody wants to fight me, everybody's calling me out. But like I said, I have nothing to gain by moving up 2 or 3 weight classes. But if the money's right, why not, right? Why not? But right now, I'm 100% focused on my next challenge. I never overlook any fighter, so I'm focused 100% on this one. After that, we'll see what happens. What are your thoughts on this potential mega fight? Do you think Crawford's skills can overcome Canelo's power and experience? Share your opinions in the comments below.